Quiz time. How many narcissistic red flags do you know? If you haven't had a chance to be able to see, this is actually part 3. We've done 2 more of these, so feel free to be able to check those out. Each one has 10 different red flags that have been labeled as narcissistic red flags. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Ben Taylor. I'm a self-aware narcissist on this channel to provide awareness, growth, healing, and change. As a result, I'm the founder of Raw Motivations, creator of the NARC app, and your guide in the 45-Day Clarity Challenge. Today, we're going to have a quiz on red flags with a narcissist from the book, Psychopath Free. If you haven't had a chance to be able to pick that up, you can get a digital copy at rawmotivation.com or order online. It's a fantastic book to help you with your healing. The goal is letting people have an awareness of what's going on in their lives, awareness of toxicity around you to be able to get you clarity on what's actually happening. To be clarity so that you know what to look out for and you're able to avoid people that are waving those red flags and you go up and you start waving the red flag with them, okay? So today we're going to be diving in 10 red flags. How many of these do you know, okay? Keep notes, have an idea at the end, put a comment down below so people see it as well, okay? Number 1, narcissists oftentimes have a fake fan club. Okay? They have people that think they're the best ever. They pull all these like pseudo friends in around them. It's very like superficial. It's not this great thing, but it's this very, very like superficial thing. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm the best because look at all my little groupies that say I'm the best. Okay? Oftentimes they'll use people that are blind to the toxicity or that they're praising or bumping up enough so that they are blind to the toxicity. Okay? They want to have those people that are going to help pump them up. A lot of times you'll see narcissists that have this fan club that they don't really care about, but they care about what the people do as far as they give me your admiration, okay? Fake fan club. Sometimes, red flag number 2 is you're having to play detective time. You're having to go through and see what's actually happening because you're like, wait a second, something doesn't match up. You have this gut feeling, you have a lack of trust, you're like, something is wrong, I need to go into investigator mode. And so as a result, we're going through websites, we're going through computers, we're trying to figure out location, we're going through people's text messages, all this kind of stuff, and you're looking to try to be sure of what's going on. And a lot of times you find a lot of things because this other person, this toxic person, is hiding a lot of things. But oftentimes, a red flag is if you're having to play detective with the person that you're dating or the person that you're married to, something's wrong. Because that relationship is not built on a foundation that's true and definitely not a foundation of honesty. Okay? Number 3, provoked emotions. How many times did you have an emotion that you didn't start off the day with or you didn't start off the moment with, but that person purposely put that emotion on you? Now, let me explain. When we're talking about a provoked emotion, is the idea that someone else created this emotion by what they have done. So an example would be you go out and the person that you're with, the partner that you're with, is openly flirting with someone else in front of you. Well, over a period of time, you're like, that doesn't make me feel good. And they're like, what? Like, you're like overcompensating. Like, you're oversensitive. Like, you're over emotional. Like, they'll start saying all those things to make you feel like, oh, yeah, I guess I was jealous of you flirting with someone else. Okay, like that's what happens. Okay, and they'll put you as being needy or they put you as being emotional, but they're the ones that created that to start off with. A lot of times we talk about reactive abuse, reaction to abuse, reactive abuse. We never focus on the action that caused the reaction. The same exact thing, provoked emotions. Okay, number 4, attention vampire. Okay, did you ever have someone that you were with that's toxic that just sucks the life out of you? Like, you don't get time for you. You're like, the 30 seconds I get in my day is when I go to the bathroom once. You know, like that's all you get. Okay, suck the life out of you because they're never satisfied by anything that is not 100% you. Now, I know some people are like, well, mine wasn't that way. Narcissists are all different. I'm not just labeling all one as a certain category. But a lot of times you'll have a narcissist that wants all of your time. Like, you can't go out with friends. You can't go out with family. Like, it's all about me. Do they tell you no to those things? Not necessarily. But they will make you feel that way. That way they isolate you from everybody else. And it's all about them. The problem with being an attention vampire is it doesn't really matter if they get it all from you. If they don't get it all from you, they'll go find it from someone else. They'll go find it from anybody. Doesn't really matter. They'll continue to look for that attention and admiration anywhere they can. Number 5. Okay? Number 5. Okay, I couldn't read my writing. That's the problem. Number 5, teaching human respect. Okay? If you're in a relationship and you're having to explain to the other person This is how you are honest, by telling the truth. This is how you show kindness. You don't hit Johnny. Like, I mean, literally, like, that's the level that we're going down to of, like, if you have to lower yourself to, like, teaching people baseline emotions, that should be a red flag. Okay? Like, you shouldn't have to teach people, like, how to have human decency. That is a red flag a lot of times with narcissists because, like, I don't really care about you. Why should I? Like, doesn't really matter. Like, oh, I'm supposed to be nice? Gosh, okay, I guess if it gets me what I want. Okay, like, hopefully you're tracking. All right, number 6. Your mistakes are your mistakes. They don't make any mistakes. Red flag, okay? Your mistakes are your mistakes, and they don't make any mistakes. You see, a lot of times the narcissist will point out all the little things that you do that are wrong, that are awful, that are a huge mistake, but they don't make any mistakes. All they do is they take yours and they use them against you. Weaponize your mistakes to prove their point that they don't make mistakes. It's crazy, but that's a red flag. Number 7, excuses. Were you with someone that always made an excuse? Like, no matter what, it was always an excuse. It was the traffic. It was the boss. It was the ex. It was my past. It was whatever. It's always an excuse. And as a result, there's no accountability and there's no responsibility for what just happened. You're with someone that they lie constantly. They lie about everything. That wasn't me. That was someone else. Like, there's always the pointing the fingers. There's always blaming, shifting it to everybody else. It's always an excuse. Giant red flag. Number 8, hypocritical. Were you with someone that had really high expectations for you, but then they didn't hold those in regard to themselves? Classic one is you can't cheat on the narcissist, but the narcissist can cheat on you. Okay, because it's all about the narcissist. They can do whatever they want. But when you decide to do what you want, all hell breaks loose. Like, how dare you disrespect me by doing that? And you're like, you've already done it like 20 times. Okay, that's the thought process that's normally going on there. Narcissist is very hypocritical, expecting stuff from you. That automatic compliance, that entitlement piece, that ego. Like, I expect stuff from you, but don't expect me to give it in return. Okay? Number 8 was hypocritical. Number 9, no empathy. Shocker, right? Okay, side note, not all narcissists don't have any empathy. A lot of them have cognitive empathy. A lot of them have empathy. They just don't want to show it because it pulls out their shame and guilt. Got other videos on that. You can check that out. Okay? The thing with the empathy piece is they can't put themselves in your shoes. So it's like the idea of, like, I can't imagine what you're going through. I'm not able to connect on the same way. It doesn't really matter to me. Like, that sucks that that's happened to you, but, like, I don't really care. Like, that's the idea of the empathy of, like, I can't put myself in your shoes. I can't imagine the struggles that you're going through. And you spend a lot of time explaining to them how they might feel. Like, well, yeah, you would probably feel this way. And they're like, well, okay. Like, there's a lot of explaining here of, like, trying to have another person imagine your struggles, but not able to connect with it. Okay? Number 10. Okay? Crazy or bad memory. Were you ever accused of having a bad memory or of being crazy? Hands down, if you're probably here, there's probably a lot of people that have been called crazy at least once. A lot of times, they'll pull in the bad memory aspect to be able to push you down and to make you ignore your perception of their false reality. You see, the goal with this is kind of like gaslighting, but the goal with this is, like, I want to make sure that you feel crazy, that you just have a bad memory. You don't remember it that way. It actually happened this way. Narcissist rewrites history in their mind of, like, this just happened. Like, this happened this way. You're the one that was abusive. You're the one that yelled at me, when it's the exact opposite. They'll rewrite history to try to make themselves feel better, but then they'll call you crazy and start blaming it on, like, well, you just have a really bad memory. Like, it's a good thing you have me, otherwise you would forget your head. Like, all this kind of stuff, okay? They'll try to blame it on you. Another red flag, okay? Do you feel crazy after your last relationship? Like, is that something you're just like, wow, like, I really feel lost after the last relationship because I don't even remember the stuff, okay? Our goal is to try to help you find clarity and find yourself. Because so many people have lost themselves, they don't remember, they're confused, they're wondering what's going on. The goal is to find clarity from toxicity. I'd like to invite you to join us in a 45-day clarity challenge. You can go to claritychallenge.net to be able to sign up. Sign-up period is limited to be able to get into one that we run every single month to help you heal, grow, and change. It's a great place to be able to go through an intensive of saying, I'm going to show up every single day and invest in my healing and invest in my change. If you don't spend that time, money, and energy investing in you, no one else is going to. You're the only person coming to save yourself. Okay, go to claritychallenge.net. We'd love to have you there if you want to get involved with part of the community that we have, the healing community, helping people grow. And then look at our narcissistic abuse recovery community, otherwise known as narcapp.com. And you can be able to see different things there, weekly lives, monthly coaching, courses, challenges, all that kind of stuff is tucked in there. Also, if you want to interact with me or if you want to get involved in one-on-one coaching that I work with people from all across the globe every single day, you can go to rawmotivations.com. We'd love to be able to talk to you. We'd love to be able to help you grow, heal, and change in whatever area of life you're in right now. The goal is I want you to invest in you, okay, to get clear on the you that got lost when you were with the narcissist.